Hello and welcome to Floyd Models Kit Review Time. Today we've got something really different for you. We've got Magic Factory's latest release. Now this is the 1/35th scale M10 Booker. And I know what you're thinking, because you're probably thinking a little bit like me, look, it's a mini Abrams. But actually it's a little bit more than that. And to be honest with you, I've just gone off and seen a great video, I'll link it down below, from Military TV, and they talk about what this actually is. To be honest, they speak for 10 minutes and I still don't really know what it is. What I think it is a crossover between your standard infantry fighting vehicle or support vehicle and the Abrams itself. The biggest difference is that this thing has still got the 105mm gun. So it's got a full tank gun, but the weight of this thing is something around about 40 tons. So it's not like a 75-ton tank like the Abrams is. It's more akin to one of the light ones. And some people call it a light tank. But obviously, when you think of light tanks, you tend to think of 30mm and 40mm cannons on them, smaller crews and all the rest of it. So it's still got a crew of 4. But the big thing with this one is it's got some unique features that they've come up with. One, survivability. It's got full armor that you'd expect something on an Abrams. Obviously, that's a real upgrade from an infantry fighting vehicle. Secondly, it's got a standard diesel engine, which I'm led to believe has got a 24-hour runtime and a range of 350 miles. So again, a little bit more easy to use and obviously work on in the field and things like that compared to gas turbine engines when they have to be swapped out and things like that. So again, I think it's an interesting, innovative design. And now that the US Marines have got rid of their Abrams and stuff like that, and they've gone more on the sort of different roles, I think now we're seeing the sort of army following along with that as well, by sort of perhaps ditching a lot of the big heavy duty sort of tanks, because let's face it, as we've been seeing in Ukraine and things like that, you only need a drone and you can knock them out. So they're a little bit, so having something that's a little bit lighter, a little bit more portable, air mobile, things like that as well, they can get on the battlefield quicker and move around a lot faster. So again, all the perks of a giant gun, with that, the perks, or the limitations of weighing 75 ton and being a big target and things like that. So really nice to see that Magic Factory have jumped on it and come in with this one. So as it says on the box, this is the pre-production model. So think of it like a prototype. So it might not be representative to what actually hits the field and all the rest of it over the coming years. But as you can see, that big gun and the sort of turret looks very Abram-esque, and even the sort of armor on the side gives it that impression of looking like an Abrams, but actually it's a lot smaller. But again, with a 105mm gun on it, that's a potent weapon system on there like that. All right, you've got some nice options down in here as well. So we've got your standard sort of olive drabs. We've got obviously one standing with various markings, and we've got like a snow one as well, and obviously in desert camo just down in there like that. Kit number for this one is 2008. And again, some more about the actual vehicle and some QR codes which you could actually click on to see exactly what you're going to be on about. So inside the box, which I have to say weighs a ton and is solid. First time looking in here, we are greeted by, that's really nice, we've got a turned barrel. I wasn't expecting that, so that's a very, very nice job. Aluminium barrel. We've seen these before. It's the film for giving that sort of look for the periscopes and the vision systems and everything else for having armored class, so that's nice. We've got a good chunk of photo etch, and we've got some masks as well for the actual doing the road wheels. Nice grills on there, various things, and we've actually got the markings down below there, so that's very nice indeed. We've got a color call out type sheet with some more information down in there like this one, sort of a what if camo ones down in here, and this one was for the commemorative scheme as well. So obviously it's got the World War II markings onto it for the M10. Got your desert one and your standard sort of OD one as well. All right, so some nice options with that one. We've got the instruction booklet, which is quite small compared to it, and all the rest of it. We'll have a look at the moment. Wow, okay, now this is why I wasn't expecting all of this. So we have the crew. Again, I assume they're going to be 3D printed. We'll look at those as well. So that's very nice to see. And then in here, you can see this is absolutely chocker. It's rammed in here. How we're going to get this all back, we don't know. But you can see we've got various separate bags down in here like this with all the equipment and all the stuff. We've got individual track pads. So you've got a whole bag of track pads and things down in there. We've got, obviously, wow, okay, have fun with doing your tracks, people. It's all separate tracks. That's fun. All right, we've got two-piece hull system, and then obviously we've got the top turret down in there like that. And you might imagine we've got duplicates down in here for various parts. We've got the underside of the hull and all the things. Oh my God, look at this! Is all your pins for your tracks. Wow. Okay. All right, and then last up, we've got the side armour and the skirts and things in there, just like that. As always, and I think we're going to need it, let's have a look in the old booklet to see what we've got going on in here. Okay, so as you can see, pretty much standard. Anyone who does armour, you know what you've got here. We've got the road wheels with some polycaps with them going in there. We've got the sprocket and the return wheels obviously being fitted onto this one as well. And we got, looks like a little bit of a torsion bar suspension system going in there just like that. Then obviously we've got the various things being added down in here. So we've got the suspension systems being added. Okay, so we've got the suspension down fitted in and then it gets put in place as well. So that's actually quite a unique way that the actual suspension works on this one. So you've got risers in there and all the rest of it. So that's very interesting. Then the bar system being fitted into that one. I have not seen that system before. So it is fully adjustable how you have the suspension. So that's a really nice touch. Then obviously we've got all the various lower stuff going onto the lower hull. We've got the road wheels being fitted, drive sprocket, idler, things like that being fitted down into this one. And then we've got the top part obviously being fitted down to the lower, and everything, as you might imagine, being fitted onto this one. All the stowage bins, we've got the headlight boxes, things like that all being put in. Then obviously everything else, tons of it, lots of armour, all your tools, all your equipment, as you might imagine, right the way over this one. Spare tracks and pads and various things being fitted down into here all the way through. Then we've got your lights going on the back. And then right the way through, we've got the towing gear and everything else on the back. So we've actually got a full bar system, which locks into the back as well. And then again, it's got down in here about the actual tracks. And it looks like we've got a little jig for putting the tracks together, which is going to be pretty needed. And then obviously we've got these pins going through as well. So as you can see, actually shouldn't take too much time by using this system down in here. Then last up, once it's together, you're going to put pins in just like the real thing. So, hey, there you go. If you ever wanted to fight with tank tracks, now you can do it. All right. Then we've got the side skirts being fitted onto this, extra layers of armour. We've got photo etch and photo etch parts for the grille being fitted down on there like that. And then, as you say, down in here, it talks about the suspension system. You're going to be pushing it apart, which then obviously will activate it all and hold it all in place. So again, you can actually raise and lower the suspension on this thing. So again, that's incredible. That's, yeah, haven't seen that before. All right, then we're working in the top turret, so we've got all the bits going down in there as well. It does talk about you have got obviously a plastic gun, and obviously there is included in the kit, as we know, we get this gorgeous turned aluminium one, so why wouldn't you? That will be fitted down in there. Then we've got all the stowage bins and the various things fitted actually onto the turret itself, all the sighting systems and things like that, and commanders bits and pieces on there. All the way on the top as well, we've got the actual periscopes on there, the various things being all fitted to the top. Some more stowage bins on the side and around the back and all the rest of it, as you might expect, right the way through. We've even got a little wire cutter on the top, look. So very nice with all of those. Last up, obviously we've got the 50 on the roof being fitted down into there. And then obviously we've got the cupola at the top for the commander's one being fitted into this one. And then last of all, your turret goes on top. So that, to be honest, is really interesting. There's some very nice stuff in there, which I haven't seen before. So very, very nice indeed. So if we just get rid of those bits a minute. First of all, I think we will start though in the turret area. So we've got obligatory polycaps, which we sort of expect. All right. And then we've actually got the turret itself. And looking at it, really nice. We've got a really nice anti-slip texture. You can probably see that down in there as well, right the way through. It's one-piece molding in here, as you might expect. And weirdly, it says 2008. Unless that's just another 9. I don't know. It's 090902 JH 2008. Can't be that old, surely not. But anyway, there we go. It's nice. So we have got some ejector pin in points. Again, probably going to have to deal with that one, but this one isn't a problem. So that's very nice as well. Good, clean, sharp, and hard plastic. All right, it's not soft or anything else like that. So that's very nice. And then in here we have the actual main area itself. But again, you've got some nice details down in here. We've got a nice textures and things running right the way through. So actually looks quite nice. Under here we're pretty plain. Got a plate down at the bottom, and again, by the time you've added all the stuff onto this, it will really come to life. On the top there, as you can see, really, really nice anti-slip again, all molded in. That actually looks very, very nice indeed, and everything else. So taking off the top, you can see down in here as well, we've got these areas, and this is how the suspension system's all going to lock into here, hard point down, and then it's going to be posable and movable for actually having it up and down. That I have never seen before. So actually that's very, very exciting to see that. Again, good hard, good, strong, crisp in the moulding. No problem, a couple of mould ports, but generally very, very nice indeed. And again, just the dry fit of these two halves together is very, very nice indeed. So again, looking very, very nice on those and a really good start. So we've also got down in here bag of pins, as we said before, which we'll look at. So a huge bag, but they're all straight. I don't know how strong they are. Oh no, they're strong. Okay, so they're not going to bend on you or anything else like that, so they should be really, really good. We've got that barrel we spoke about before, which is really nice indeed. Nice touch. We've also got the photo etch down in here. That looks really very, very nice indeed. And we have got some markings, which I'm not going to worry about because they're going to be fine anyway. As I say, you've got the various one down in there for M10 and with the Booker. So depending which way you can do it. This is that holographic stuff which is used. So down in there, and I think you actually get a mask set as well as, if we can get these apart, I'll tell you what, let's go in here. I think you get a mask set as well. I hate staples. Oh, okay, so down in here, this is that clear film we spoke about. You do get a mask set, and we've got a little guide for it as well. Again, so very, very nice that you do get all three down in there. This film is weird stuff, but it does work. It looks very, very authentic. So that's good. Now, I don't know if the crew comes with it. To be honest, this is a review sample sent to me by the lovely people at Magic Factory. And so I'm not sure if this is an extra and they've just popped it in for me, or if this is going to come with the kit. So they haven't supplied anything to let me know anyway, but again, really very, very nice indeed. So we've got three-man crew showing. Again, you've got the plinths that they're going to stand on the bottom and poke their heads up through the top, and we've got the actual driver. So again, very, very nice as well. So you've got all the various parts onto this one, and then again, there we go, beautifully done figures. Very nice indeed. We've got the driver's helmets and the various bits. It's all looking very nice. And again, last crew member just down in here. And I've got a feeling these may be extras, because down in here, these are the mounting and standing plates for the crew to be fitted onto it. But again, nice little box to have all of these in like this. It's very, very nicely done. So we'll pop all of these back in here, close that up. And that is what you've got. If it is a separate set, your number for this one is 7511. So it's the crew set for it. But I should think that'll work on any tanker type vehicles at all. Okay, so where do we start after that? Okay, let's have a quick look in here. Bags are a bit tricky to get into. Okay, so we've got the armour and the various bits just down in here, which is fair enough. All right, and again, all looks very nice. Good, clean, crisp moulding, as we've sort of learned to expect now with Model Factory. It's good, it's got nice sharp textures. Generally looks really good. This armour on the side is gorgeous, really, really nice. Okay, so looking around here on Sprue B, as you can see, all looks very, very nice indeed. Okay, so down in here, this is obviously the jig for the tracks. This is the track and pin system, how this is all going to fit in, and then you're going to lock it down and it's all in place with these pins which are going to come through here and all the rest of it. So again, interesting. It's going to be fun putting that lot together, but it should be quite pleasant, I think, by using the jig and keeping it all square and stuff like that. So that's fine. And again, moving through, you've got the various cupolas and the various parts. We've got all the sort of shovels and tools and equipment down here, some of the smaller stuff. We've got the lights. To be honest with you, that is a really, really nice sprue. All of the ejector pins are just slightly recessed. When I say slightly, you can probably see, you catch them in the light, you can see them, but they're not like holes. They don't need filling. I reckon a light sand over that and they'll be absolutely fine. So again, tolerances are very, very tight. Looks really, really good indeed. so down in here, sprue D. Again, looking very nice. So down in here, we've actually got the gun barrel, if you did want to do it separate. So there's your gun barrels and everything else, and they are slightly hollowed and various things, but obviously we've got a metal one. We've got the towing cables, the towing bars, the usual thing, and then we've got the stowage boxes. And again, all the hinges and that are beautifully molded and done all the way through. Looks very, very nice, very clean and crisp again. On the blind side, that's all looking really very, very nice indeed. Okay, so over here we have the parts off the sprues, but that's all right. All right, so got the gun mantle there. It's a sprue C. We've got the underside of the deck, all the various bits and pieces and the lumps and bumps, as you might imagine, from the top turret coming through. Really, really nice. And again, down in here, some of this decked area, it's got some ejector pins, but it shouldn't be a problem, just to give us a very, very light rub, just to get rid of those if they're seen at all. But generally, like the detail around in here, around the commander's cupola, that looks very, very nice. Good, sharp, crisp details all the way through. You've even got the bevel for the gearing on the edges. That's actually really, really nice indeed. So very, very nice. Okay, so I think we're down into running gear territory here. So we've got a mixed, or I say a pair, exactly the same. So we'll just have a look at one. So down here, this is sprue A. So you've got all your road wheels and your various parts on here, your drive sprockets, and again, all very nice, good, sharp, crisp moulding on all of these. Actually looks really very, very nice indeed. There's that suspension system and your road wheels. And again, nicely done detail on both sides, right the way through. Very nice. So you've got a match pair on there. Then down in here, I've actually got a smaller sprue for the some of the deck work, as you can see. There's actually a sprue number on this one, is it? Oh yeah, sprue E, sorry. So this is sprue E. So there's that side one. And again, the bolt heads and everything looking really nice and sharp and crisp, beautifully molded all the way through. That anti-slip on the decking looking particularly nice. That actually does look very, very nice indeed. Okay, down in here we've got the suspension system. So how this actually works is amazing, really. So it's actually got all the little cogs and drives down in here as well on sprue F. Probably if I go through it here, you can see how it will go through. So it's going to ratchet onto these, so it can actually go up and down. That's the weird thing to this. That's very, very clever. And again, looks really good. These are really solid pieces, because you might imagine they're going to have a lot of bit of wear pulling back and forward with this racking through it all. But actually that all looks very, very nice indeed. We've got down in here, we've got sprue H. So we've got some of the guns. So we've got the 50 up here, the 50 barrel, interchangeable barrels, usual bits and pieces down here, the ammo box and various things for at the top. So that's actually really nice. Then you've got bags upon bags of this stuff. So this is all your sprues for your all the tracks. So it's all separate parts. As I said, we have seen the jig now. So you're going to get a lot of Ks. So down in here, we've actually got 4 sprues of K, which is obviously the guide eyes in the middle, I assume. A little bit of fun cleaning them up, so make sure you use your decent cutters for it. And then you can see on here, these are all your pins. So these are your pins. So the pins are going to go through these and then obviously hold the entire track together, which does mean it will be workable. So very nice with that. And then last up, we've got tons and tons in here of sprue J. And how many sprues we got? We've got 4 sprue J's down in here as well. So this is all your pads. It's all the actual track pads for this. And various bits as well. So again, lots of it down there. And then finally, we've actually got the clear parts, which are pretty standard, as you might imagine, down in there on sprue G for it. And there you have it. And obviously the little maple, which is great. I'm blown away. To be honest with you, I don't normally get excited about armour. I'm more of an aircraft guy, as a lot of you know in sci-fi stuff, but this is a cool kit. So what we're saying with this one is you've got fully workable independent suspension that can be raised and lowered as is required, like the real thing. Full workable track system with a bag of pins, all right, that's actually going to put that all together using a jig, so that will take a lot of time, be good. We've got really nice surface detail on this one for the anti-slip surfaces and things like that, and all the bits that go with it as well. And then to top it all off as well, you've got a crew set. Now the crew set, I will say, I don't know if it comes with the actual kit. It may be the Magic Factory just popped one in for me to do it, because it does say it's just the US Modern Army crew set, but it doesn't mention it's specific for this particular vehicle. So it may be just they pop one in. So take that with a pinch of salt. But if you do want an upgrade for it, it doesn't come with it. They are beautifully printed. I think they're 3D printed. They look very, very nice. Very, very sharp indeed. So nice prints to have with that one to go along with a great kit just like this. So that is Magic Factory's beautiful and must-have kit, really, of the M10 1/35 scale Booker.